This is Code.org. I'm currently working on CS Principles, Unit 5, Building Apps, Lesson 16, Functions with Return Values, Puzzle 8. Use a function that returns a value in an app, Part 2. This time you're going to write a function that returns a value to add functionality to the turtle driver. Perfect. The update turtle function now is making a call to a function called wrap. That has not been written yet. I was hoping it made the turtle wrap, but it's spelled wrong. Never mind. It accepts three parameters and should work in the following way. Input. The input value of the function. If it is within the range, it should be just be returned. Low. The low bound of the range. If input is below this value, that should be the value of high. Oh, so that's a bit different. The low bound of the range. If input is below this value, the output should be high. High bound. Oh, that will make it loop. So if I go here, I would suddenly be here. Huh. The upper bound, if the input is above this value, the output should be the value of a low. Ah. By using this function, you can create the illusion of wrap surrounds. So when the turtle leaves the top of the screen, it appears at the bottom. Starter code provided. Update. Turtle function now makes two calls to wrap, but the function is not written yet. Write the wrap function so that it implements the logic description above. Run your app and confirm that the turtle wraps. Alrighty. Let's go to block mode. Where's our turtle wrap? Got it. So, like before, we're going to want to use a control structure here. And I'm going to want an else, and yep. And now what am I going to want to check? Well, like before, we checked if math. I want to know if my input, right, my input parameter, if my input is less than my, so if my input is less than low, what do I want to do? I want output, oh, they named it output. I'm going to use this a couple times, I think. I want output to equal high, right? Because I want the number to be the very high number. Because if I'm backing up, zoop, if it's less than low. Now, if my input is greater than what we pass for a high value, we want our output variable to be set equal to whatever high is equal to. Else, meaning it's not below low, it's not above high, we want output to be equal to whatever the input was. Oh, and they already return it for us. Okay, and this is similar to what we were doing before. So what this is going to do, like right here, when we ask it to run wrap, xlock, whatever our xlock is currently equal to, maybe my turtle is at 253x. So 253x 0320. 253x 0320. We run wrap, we go through, we make this variable output. It then says, okay, is input lower than wrap? Well, what was input? 253. Is that lower than low? What's low? 0. No, 253 is not less than 0. So this is false, and now it checks the else. 253, is that greater than the high value, 320? No, it's not. So it runs the else, and output, input. Oh, okay, my input was 253, that's what my output is, and I return it. But if my x is 900, right? 900 is not less than my low value of 0. So this is false, it goes down to if. 900 is greater than my high value of 320. So true drops down, output is equal to the high value, and it returns. Oh, is equal to the low value, because if we go beyond the high value, we want it to appear at the bottom. Ooh, almost ruined the whole thing there. All right, let's try it. Zoom. Forever. Now let's go sideways. Ready? Boom. That's kind of fun. Awesome. I'm excited to see what's in Lesson 17. We're really getting the components to be able to make a game. So I'm going to keep driving my turtle for a bit. Awesome. All right, I'm going to continue on.